This is California.
Hey, this is my state.
We're California farmers. I'm a California farmer.
I am a California farmer.
And if there's one thing we know, it's food. I grow it.
And I cook it.
I take it from the farm to the city.
We would not do well in Hollywood, would we?
Love what you eat.
Know what you love. This
is California country.
Californians are used to being called a little nutty, but now it could be considered more of a compliment, thanks to the fact that the Golden State accounts for nearly 99% of the U.S. supply of walnuts and nearly 2/3 of the world's supply. This versatile little nut can be enjoyed in savory and sweet foods and can even be a critical link to having a healthy diet, all of which has made this California treat a lot of new fans. And it's because of that newfound popularity that more and more companies are turning to walnuts for their new products, including this one in the Central Valley, where they're turning all of these walnuts into liquid gold. Here in California, on land from Redding to Bakersfield, more than 200,000 acres are devoted to walnut production. Dan Martinez and his family have been rooted in the walnut industry since the 50s. They call the fertile soil of Winters home base and say it is the absolute perfect place to grow one of nature's perfect foods.
In particular, in winters, we have, I think, an ideal climate for walnuts. In addition to the climate, they have great deep soil along Pewter Creek on the south side, deep, very alluvial soil, and access to a lot of good, clean water.
Today, Dan and his family grow 700 acres of grapes and rootstock in addition to the 170 acres of walnuts they have. But to stay competitive in the nut world, they've been looking for other venues to sell their walnuts. One of them came just down the road in Woodland at the Tourangelle Nut Oil Company.
It's been great, very dynamic business. We're always looking for people like ourselves who are dynamic and trying new things in the industry. So this is one great outlet for us to have the walnut oil for a place to, part of our crop anyway.
Taking the best of both worlds, fresh California walnuts and French production methods, Frenchman Matthew Colmaire has created this country's first homegrown nut oil. Each batch is unique and handcrafted, following a 150-year tradition that Matthew followed in France. But when it came time to open up shop here in the States, there was no question on where to go.
Well, Winters is, we're surrounded by walnut trees, so it made sense really to come here. People really like walnut, they know them very well, so it was a perfect area to grow. And I mean, it's California, it's a nice weather. I think I choose a very nice place.
Before Matthew's invention, nut oils were strictly imports and thus lacked taste and affordability for most consumers. Matthew says the keys to a superior nut oil are twofold. First, the method is crucial, which involves taking the walnuts from Dan's farm and sun-drying them, shelling, grinding, and then roasting the nuts, all to enhance flavor. And the other secret to success? The walnuts, of course.
Well, it's simple. I mean, what we're doing is not only extracting the oil from the walnut, what we're trying to get is the flavor of the walnut in the oil. And that's really what makes the difference in the quality. So what we do is by roasting the nuts, you get the flavor really strong. And so the best walnut you use, the best walnut oil you'll get. So then, using this really nice natural walnuts is getting really, the flavor is great. Well, I think until we arrived here, they could only find that imported from France. So it was expensive. Often it was a little rancid too, because it was so, the time between the production time and it arrived here. So, the fact that it's very fresh, local, makes them, even more excited. And to be local is important too. There's a strong trend today to rediscover, what we have in our backyard. No need to go 5,000 miles away. So. Yeah, really good flavor. It's going to be a great product. So every batch is going to be different. That's the thing. So that's why it's a real artisan process. The way they roast it, depending on the freshness, and overall the flavor is going to vary. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for real quality, and so sometimes you get the best. Obviously, we taste everything we bottle, so to make sure we always provide the best. So.
The popularity of the walnut oil has increased in recent years thanks to the good news about heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids in walnut oil, something our ancestors knew back in the day. During medieval times, walnuts were actually considered a medicine used to treat everything from muscle aches to digestive problems. While Tourangelle now produces 14 different types of oils, from almond to sesame to pumpkin to avocado oil. But the biggest seller is the walnut oil. More than 15,000 tins are sold every month to retail outlets nationwide and have found a following with chefs looking for a new flavor enhancer.
Well, with the walnut oil, it's a very full flavored oil, very nutty and robust. Typically you would want to use that as either a finishing oil or in a vinaigrette.
At Roseville's newest and hottest restaurant, Paul Martin's Bistro, Chef Josh Korn says the oil adds a nice nutty pop to whatever he's working with, whether it's veggies, salads, or even main dishes. But more than that, the new product is a way to support their local farming community.
Well, that's a way of life for these people. They live out on that farm, they get up before the sun, they get out there and roll up the sleeves and get dirty, and that's their life. So that's why we're so big on supporting those people. That's their livelihood, and anything that we can do to help support them and keep agricultural land for growing, we're all about that, whatever we can do to help.
This trio is proving you can celebrate the flavors of the season in a variety of ways, all thanks to one little nut and one big idea. For California Country, I'm Tracy Sellers.
Alrighty, today we're going to be making a roasted beet salad with a walnut oil vinaigrette. We're going to start with a little bit of Dijon mustard. That goes right in the bowl there. A little bit of honey. Got some minced shallot. A little bit of fresh squeezed orange juice. This is a Sparrow Lane champagne vinegar. A little bit of fresh thyme. Pinch of salt. Pinch of pepper. Gonna get that nice and mixed up here. And then for the star of the show, the walnut oil, we're gonna go ahead and start building up our beets here on our bed of lettuce. You'll notice I always start with the striped beets and the gold beets first, because the red beets obviously are gonna kind of stain everything and we don't want to turn everything red. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of goat cheese. This is Lars Chanel goat cheese from Sonoma County. Again, another wonderful local product that we use. We like to support all of our local farmers and purveyors from all around the area. And at the very end, we finish with a drizzle of the walnut oil right over everything. Give the salad a nice shine and a real nice walnut oil punch.
Brought to you by Allied Insurance, a member of the Nationwide family of companies, which also includes Nationwide Insurance. On your side.
The Nationwide family of companies protects what our customers care about. We offer better value by being a one-stop insurer. Whether you live in the city or on the farm, let our family protect your family with the promise to be there when you need us. Locate your California agent with a click or call.
Nationwide is on your side.
Like the show? You'll love California Country the magazine, which delivers the best stories from throughout the Golden State. Visit californiacountry.org for more information.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov.